What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. It's a lot that's been going on. We're doing this video today. This one has been a long time coming. Some weird stuff popped off with this video, so I'm really excited to bring it to you. Like the video's intro plays. So we got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Make it make sense. You know what was up.
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Unblock me, and I'll give your grandma back her dentures. I said, unblock me, and I'll give your grandma back her dentures. You want the bitch to eat, right? Unblock me.
I told you.
That was not expected.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let's get serious. It's been a long day. We're not even gonna hide with all the stuff that's been popping off. I know y'all see me in other people's chats. We had a whole members only live today. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I got people who don't even watch YouTube asking me about Fox Soul stuff and what's been popping off. So I mean, who don't watch Fox Soul, but if you ever steal my grandma's dentures, we're gonna have a problem. Okay. Let's get to it, because I know y'all got work in the morning. Shout out to Tasha K. First, part of her lawsuit with who's the short dude from Soul Plane? Kevin Hart. Got dismissed, and now Bishop Whitehead. It says, neighbors, last year Bishop Whitehead hit Tasha K with a $360 million lawsuit, claiming she made several defamatory statements about him in her videos in May of 2023. The thing about defamation is you would have to prove that you were worth $300 million. And last I checked, you were stealing $90,000 from poor people at your church to buy fake, fraudulent Gucci Poochie Fendi suits. At what point would you think that somebody could defame you to the rate of $300 million? You don't even really have a job. Your job is false prophet, leading 3 people that attend your church down the wrong path. But you felt you were owed $300 million. It says, well, the bishop, who is currently behind bars for fraud, had his day in court against Tasha K and lost. The judge found that the challenge statements were all protected by the fair report privilege, probably true, protected opinion, or a combination of these. He dismissed the invasion of privacy claim too, because that is not what is going on here at all. Do y'all think that this man be like getting like fake Fendi prints and attaching them to his like orange coveralls? I could see it, but you might not want, and this is just a piece of advice, you might not want to make yourself look too jazzy in prison. You've been there before. You know what goes on there. If they see you in some classy, sassy Fendi prints, you might be going out bad, just like Hips. Jennifer's ex, Hips. You might be going out bad just like him. So try not to look too flashy in prison. They're already going to like your dentures, veneers. They're already going to like your... They are already going to enjoy your veneers. You don't want to be... You may not want to bathe too much. But shout out to Tasha for winning this case that I never really thought was going to go anywhere. We got Young Miami. Now, Young Miami is back. I like Young Miami, but her rap career is almost over. Her partner in crime and in rap has moved on, selling 100,000 units, and their combined project only sold 6,000 units. Caresha is back. And one thing that I will say about Caresha was when she announced that Caresha Please was coming back, the first thing people said is, we don't want to hear you talk about getting peed on with all these other people or trying to eat out Megan. We want to know what happened between you and Diddy. Let's check it out.
Ready for the smoke? Is you ready? Bartender, can we get a Caresha, please? And I feel like everybody wants to know just these days, how are you? And bring us this far to go backwards. And when all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, why didn't you speak?
I said I was going to tell my truth.
What was your experience like?
Do y'all really think that she's going to tell her full truth? I don't see it coming from Caresha, to be honest with you.
You know, dating him. I don't really feel like you addressed everything. Talk, ho.
Now, the talk ho I found funny. Now we got an extra clip because they are really pushing this. This is Caresha's last chance. This is her last chance. So she's going to have to do something. But even in that teaser clip, all we heard was Santana. If she really gave us the juice, then I feel like that would have been included in this clip that they paid the Neighborhood Talk to promote.
I'm ready for the smoke. Is you ready? Bartender, can we get a Caresha, please? And I feel like everybody
is this one.
Where are you at mentally?
I'm just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going through a lot, and some days I just be like, everybody go through this in their career and they life. 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm sad, 1 minute I'm kind of like, fuck this shit, and then the next minute.
I understand that this started with Santana, but I really feel like it should have been with a Gail. I also understand utilizing your own platform. She should be making money off this because I don't really know if she has any other endorsements. And I'm just being honest. I really do like Caresha. I've been liking the City Girls since they came out. I think they are hilarious as long as you don't really take them too serious. But in this instance, with such a hot button topic, something that really conveys emotion or should convey emotion, I don't know if Santana has the range to really pull what needed to be pulled out of her. Somebody said in the chat she still got an NDA. An NDA does not protect you from anything that might have happened to you that was illegal. An NDA only protects you from like the basic stuff, like, oh, you know, Diddy got fungus in his toes and he wants me to lick them, something like that. And if you agree to lick them, you're good to go. But anything that happened to her, maybe abuse-wise or something that she witnessed, an NDA does not protect her, does not protect Diddy from that.
I'm looking at my kids and I'm like, I ain't bring us this far to go backwards.
A lot of
What did you bring your kids into? Did you have your kids around Diddy? Was that a safe space? Are you like, humans are sexual beings. Got it. But the stuff that you admitted to, and now in conjunction with the fact that we know that, you know, Diddy damn near had people as indentured servants, and you're over there talking about, if I want you to come and eat me out, he'll make you. We need more answers.
It's chaos, and it's a lot of allegations, and so I think that's what makes people feel like, well, since you were so heavily involved, you were a part of these things, or you were around these things. So what was your experience like, you know, dating him?
Everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate, you was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him.
I didn't celebrate him at the MTV Awards. I wasn't holding up a sign that said, "Hey, Poppy." At the point that you held it, like, Carisha, give us something. Give us anything. At the time that you held up that damn sign that said, "Hey, Poppy," or, you know, whatever, Poppy, and Cassie let us know that this man literally says, "What do you call your father and what do you call your grandpa? Moving forward, that is what you got to call me." That would be something basic that you could give us. I didn't even want to call him Poppy. That was some nasty 55-year-old man stuff who was trying to get all up in my cakes, but he was giving me money. Give us something. Give us some reality. But now you're falling on the mercy of, well, I'm a mom and I can't bring my kids back I can't take my kids to this level and then bring them back. I get that. I honestly get that. But you were out here telling Jason Lee you was a real ass whore. And not and what did she say? With an actual W. That's what she said. I'm a whore. And he said, what? And she goes, yeah, like a whore with a W. Like, you thought it was cute. And another thing, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. People think Kaya is a joke. But when Kaya said, no, I like Trina, but for all intents and purposes, when Kaya said Sourpuss turned a whole generation of girls into whores, that's what she was talking about. Glorifying sex work is what she was talking about. Now, she was really just being shady to Trina, but Trina did come out as the Diamond Princess. She was a little raunchy. But the difference is the City Girls actually had an album titled RAW, which stood for Real Ass Whore. They were out here selling cat. So when you glorify it, I think that is what people are wanting you to say. You could retract any of it. I fervently believe that everybody, most humans, are very sexual people. And a lot of people get it how you live. But you went through something very public and you glorified it. Just saying.
So why am I being crucified, or why am I being separated?
Yeah.
When I was dating him, it was love, love, love. The frequency is high. We used to laugh because that's like him saying,
because they thought you had a soft life. People whispered about Diddy, but Carisha always said, "I'm a date a ninja for money," and then you got the money. So those of us who saw that and who knew what you put out there, it was kind of like, okay, she got her dream. We just did not know that the dream was probably really a nightmare. And the fact that she's not picking up on that, it baffles me. Or maybe she has, and she just has no intentions of talking about anything.
Always, what's up, queen?
Yes.
So I just felt like I met him like in a whole new area, and that wasn't my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I met him, it was just like, I told y'all on season 1, I even asked him like, why you fucking with me? Why you fucking with a city girl?
So a lot of the things that people really like say about him, you didn't experience that as in dating. That's not something that you saw. So is that the reason why you never said anything?
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience, and I can't speak on something that I don't know.
You could definitely say, as a woman, I am appalled to see a man that I used to let up all of my clappers, had me all out here, and my cousin touching on Lil Rod. I am appalled to see what happened to Cassie. I did not ever get hit, so that's not my experience, but I am appalled and disgusted at what I saw. That would be it. It's not that difficult. Now, conversely, because y'all know I use both sides of my brain, if she was abused and she's scared, that would be something different. And that is something that's also pretty plausible. But if you, I don't know.
I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
Domestic violence. He never hit you in a relationship. He was never violent. Was that something that you had to tolerate, or that wasn't a part of, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is you know, what he going through in these lawsuits, and you know that.
Right, Tiffany. Tiffany said I can understand her fear, but she doesn't need to talk. Ms. Parker said, why are you surprised at the responses, Mims? I thought the way that they pushed out this packaging, I really thought Carisha was going to talk. If she wasn't going to say anything, then fine. But if you tell me you're going to say something, that's why I'm surprised. So thank you for the super chat, Ms. Parker. I didn't see Ms. Parker. Me and Ms. Parker have been together all day, all up in these people's lives.
A video that came out.
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again, especially now being that I'm a mom. I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but like having a daughter, like I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
So like, where are you at mentally?
But did you speak up when you saw the video? Would be my question. So y'all already told me that it aired. I'd only seen these clips. So if she's not really going to actually go into it, I'm probably not going to be watching. But shout out to Carisha. If you are interested, is Carisha Please on Revolt TV. So let's move into this. Now, this is juicy, and this is from my girl, Really B. So I will link her actual video in this. Really B has a source. I'm allowed to talk about this. Really B has a source. And often, you know, we will talk. I talk to a lot of my YouTube friends and we like throw ideas off of each other. And Really B had some trepidation about this. And I said, do not, because this sounds plausible. So I was actually supposed to go live today, but I said, no, you go ahead, you do your live. And I definitely will link your video because this is some shit. Lately, we have been seeing in the news things like this. Nelly arrested in St. Louis for ecstasy and something like he didn't have a license or insurance or something. I don't know. Something crazy. Nelly was held for a few hours. How often do you see celebrities randomly just getting pulled over for not having insurance because they didn't know he had any ecstasy? It says reports that authorities took Nelly into custody around 4:45 a.m., finding 4 ecstasy pills on his possession. Officers also uncovered that he had an outstanding traffic summons and no insurance. They didn't say that he was swerving. They just took him in for a few hours. And then a few hours after that, you hear that he was released and there was no ecstasy pills. Let's see. Nelly was released from jail a short time after his arrest. Let me pull that up. Let's see. So he was at the casino, got pulled over. Let's see. They discovered a warrant for no proof of insurance infraction, handcuffed Nelly, conducted a search, which led to the discovery of 4 pills. Then you saw this. Or you saw this first. T.I. arrested over a case of mistaken identity, quickly released. We went after this together. We went after this shit together. Because it was like, this doesn't even make sense. At the time, everybody in Atlanta knows T.I. And if the person who flagged him for being this, you know, man on the run didn't know who he was, I guarantee you all the other clerks at the Atlanta airport knew who he was. So it wasn't making a lot of sense. However, Really B's source says that this is not going to be the first or the last time it's going to happen to people who have been in Diddy's orbit. These are actually situations where the feds are coming in, grabbing them, questioning them, because we all know that there has been a grand jury that has formed over Diddy. Really B's source says that anybody and everybody who has had contact, who is willing to say something, who is willing to flip, they are trying their best. All of these people at the freak offs, now those people, the freak off people, are much easier to get in. The ones who are suing Diddy are willingly talking. But you have big celebrities who really are not about that life. What do? You pull it in. You pull them in secretly, privately. I said, really, I think they're onto something. You'll definitely be able to go and she'll give you all of the details, but I wouldn't be surprised. Why the hell would T.I., if it were any other city, if T.I. was in Minnesota, because maybe his daughter was singing and he was the chaperone. If he was in South Dakota, there is not a person, black, white, Indian, Asian, Hispanic, in Atlanta who does not know Tip. A mistaken identity for Clifford Harris. When that little man comes through the airport, everybody knows who he is. Even his children. I was in the airport, and this is when they were much younger, and they were with a handler. They were climbing all over stuff. I think we were all at Popeye's Chicken. It was so hilarious to see them, and I think King was the ringleader, just jumping and running all around, and everybody knew who they were. A crowd was forming because the man's children were at Popeye's. There's nobody who does not know who Tip and his family is in Atlanta. There would not need to be holding him for 2 hours. But back in the day, he did have a connection to Diddy. Well, I mean, like the babysitter. Like the babysitter, but y'all know what I mean. We got over 2,400 in the chat. Definitely hit that like button. We got a lot more to cover. Do I want to do this one? We'll throw this in real quick. Shout out to 50 Cent, who just won his $1 billion lawsuit. Y'all know 50 has been sued a couple times over power. He just won his newest lawsuit. They were trying to sue him for $1 billion. A lot of people feel like he based the show on their life. So shout out to Diddy for that. Brittany, thank you so much for joining the membership. I appreciate you. Ziggy Starlord, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And thank you for gifting the membership. We already went through Mrs. Parker. Dawn, thank you for the super sticker. And again, thank you, Ms. Parker. She says, SLPD is familiar with Cornell Harris. This is his third time being busted with drugs. So thought the insurance was probable. He's been known to have drugs. But they didn't keep him. They didn't hold him. It just felt random. So, and there has been another time that really B's source was absolutely right. So shout out to Really B for that. I will link her video in that. Really B is my buddy. But let's get to this. Now, y'all, this happened to me, and this was super, super freaky. I actually had to call a few people because I was like, this is some weird shit. 10 o'clock yesterday morning, I was on the phone with Simone, the attorney. You guys know Simone. She's been on the channel now. She did that Jennifer Williams video with me. Her channel is Girl Is That Legal. I was on the phone with her, and she is one of the attorneys that I utilize. I would not say Simone is my attorney, but she is one of the attorneys that I'll utilize if I have questions that somebody who is not a lawyer might have. But, and we'll talk, and we're friends. At the end of the conversation, she asked me specifically, what are you working on? And I told her verbatim the exact thing that I was working on and the process that had gone into why I believe this. And it was about Diddy. I kid you not. That was at 10 a.m. when I was ordering my breakfast. 12:30 that same day, Tasha K echoes every MFing sentiment that I had. It was so creepy and weird. So we're going to start off with this because Tasha K, shout out to her. She got this. Let me put it out. Tasha K was the one who they have shopped along with, I think, Radar Online, this memoir. So Tasha K got some more clips of the memoir. But I want you to listen to the first part because this was the exact angle I was working. And the only difference is Tasha K has a source for this. I didn't have a source, so it freaked me out. Like it was weird. Let's see. Oh, I hate when my phone does this.
We got a young lady here. Bob Cartels is up.
Oh, okay.
Story must be told.
Here you go.
Despite the fact it will hurt my children, I cannot hide it any longer. Sean Combs must be stopped. Okay. Anything I say about these motherfuckers is alleged, but I got to tell you what the fuck going on. So shit is turning the fuck up. The fact that 50 felt bold enough to come out here and drag Jay-Z. Who drags Jay-Z? Who has ever fixed their mouth to drag Jay-Z? Now, 50 calls out a lot of motherfuckers.
Okay. Really quick. So what I told her was when 50 Cent did an article and he said that he said that Jay-Z had actually tried to block him from the Super Bowl. I told Simone, I was like, Simone, this doesn't actually make sense to me. This doesn't make sense to me because Jay-Z has a vested interest in making sure that the Super Bowl is successful. Right here. In 2019, Jay-Z's company, Rock Nation, was named the NFL's live music entertainment strategist as part of the NFL's Inspire Change initiative. The initiative also focuses on the league's social justice efforts and was launched following the NFL's controversial treatment of former player Colin Kaepernick. We all know that. Jay-Z has a vested interest. You cannot have a performance where Dr. Dre is, touting his biggest successes as a producer and 50 Cent is off that list. So when we heard the story of 50 saying Jay-Z tried to block him, and if it weren't for Eminem saying, I will not perform without him, it got like, I guess you could say my spidey senses started tingling. I was like, that doesn't make sense. So then I started researching the history of the beef between Jay-Z and Diddy, and we'll get into that in a minute. And then I started researching some of the demonic stuff. I started researching some of the demonic stuff after we did that video on Kalani, and it kind of freaked me out. And I was like, there's too much stuff going on with Diddy as it applies to his enemies and friends' women. So I'm still working on that angle. I'm not a person who is really astute in the occult, but after I kind of got into the Kalani stuff and we went blow by blow, if you haven't seen that video, I released exclusive content. The story was out, but I gave the full story. I don't even know if people really picked up on that, but if you watch the Kalani video and you are interested, I went into great detail and connected some dots. But back to this. There is something going on. Anytime that you have Albie Shore, Kim Porter, Diddy, somebody that your friend was with, your enemy was with, you sleep with them. Your son was with this girl, you got with her. Ryan Leslie, your business partner, one of your producers with Cassie, you took her. 50 Cent's Daphne Joy, you're with her. And we all know that's straight up your enemy. Sarah Chapman, Tupac's ex, you sleeping with her. Jay-Z was with Superhead, you got with Superhead. Chris Brown was with Drea, you got with Drea. Now, Drea was a wild card. And, you know, we do know that people in the industry get together, but it is something, there's a lot of connections. Drea was a surprise to me when that came out about Diddy. But the point is, there is something there. And so I'm going to start kind of researching that. But that was the conversation I had with Simone. You tell me that Tasha K did not say the same thing. And no, Simone did not. Tasha K and Simone did not speak. This clip was already something that they were, I'm sure, going to queue up. But it was something that I had not heard. It was 2 hours. It was just freaky.
Now he got his studio built. He's a power player now in Hollywood. He feels like he's on his way to Jay-Z status. He's on his way to billionaire status. Jay-Z has blocked a lot of bags for him. 50 Cent got more swag than Jay-Z. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here got beef with Jay-Z. Now, 50 is upset at Jay-Z for a multitude of reasons. So they ain't never really fucked with each other at all. Jay has always been, jealous of 50 Cent from his understanding, never wanted Dre to work with him or nothing. And so when they did the California collaboration at the Super Bowl, because he's the promoter now for the Super Bowl to do music and shit, they tried to keep 50 off of the halftime field. Now, 50 claims Jay-Z tried to block him from the Super Bowl, throws major shade at Beyonce and 30 Grammys. Not only did he come for Jay-Z, but he came for that nigga wife. And as a power player to another power player in Hollywood, you just leave a wife out. 50 said, fuck you and that bitch. Not only did he say that, 50 Cent claims, like I said, that he tried to block him from the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show, calling Rock Nation Block Nation. 50 says Rock Nation attempted to keep him off the Emmy Award-winning spectacle alongside Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. Eminem threatened to pull out if 50 was banned, saying Eminem wouldn't do it without me. 50 and Jay-Z had rivalry since 50's 1999 track How to Rob. And while they collaborated on I Get Money remix, 50 says it was strictly business. Now he adds they would not.
Okay. So she's not wrong. It says Jay-Z in hibernation, 50 Cent and Jay-Z beef explored as the rapper trolls Jay-Z's Instagram. This is the all-time worst photo that he could have used of Jay-Z. This picture was taken before AI. If it was not taken before AI, I definitely would have thought it was AI. 50 does not give a goddamn about anything. If you thought that my intros weren't serious, 50 takes the cake. He takes the cake. It said 50 Cent recently took the Instagram account to take a dig at fellow rapper Jay-Z. This comes amid Diddy, whom 50 Cent dislikes, facing sexual assault lawsuits. 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis James Jackson III, took to the social networking site to claim that Jay-Z is in hibernation until Diddy's legal woes get resolved. On Wednesday, May 15th, 50 Cent shared a distorted close-up image of Jay-Z that mostly focuses on his lips. Hold on. There we go. Because this is messy. The image has been a popular meme throughout the years, but its origins remain unknown. Okay, so he said, Jay in hibernation, he ain't coming outside till this shit with Puff blow over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. LOL, I'm all you got. I'm outside. Again, the photo. Rihanna, send him some lip balm. Go ahead and send him some lip balm. I know you got some in that Fenty stuff. This is not the first time 50 Cent has taken a shot at Jay-Z on Instagram over his silence regarding Diddy's legal battles. He said he was missing, but it says blah, 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 blah. The beef between Jay-Z and 50 Cent explored. What ignited the feud between the two rap legends remains unknown. However, they have been battling it out since '99. Initially began with 50 throwing shade at multiple rappers, including Jay-Z on his track How to Rob. What Jigga sold, like 4 milli, he got something to live for. Don't want to F putting forward through the Bentley coupe door, blah, 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 blah. Jay-Z responded to 50's This and it's hot. Go against Jigga, your ass is dense. I'm about $1. What the F is 50 cents? I actually like Jay-Z's better. Later, Jay-Z said in an interview with Angie Martinez that the two had nothing but love for each other. 50 also said in an interview with Rolling Stone that he felt complimented after Jay-Z responded to his track How to Rob. However, in 2009, 50 took another shot at Jay-Z in DJ Envy interview by stating Jay-Z was no longer as intimidating in the industry as he once was. But Jay-Z recalled in a 2013 interview with The Breakfast Club that 50 would take over the hip-hop music scene, after which there wouldn't be a chance for anyone else to shine. I was like, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now. Just flood it. Put out a lot of music, but 50 Cent is coming. The two have had their differences and their feud over the years, with them occasionally publicly supporting one another. However, last year, 50 again added fuel to the fire, claiming that Jay-Z's marriage to Beyonce catapulted him into mainstream success. In an interview with XXL, 50 Cent claimed that Jay-Z's association with Beyonce led him to receiving over 15 Grammys rather than his talent. Jay-Z has not publicly addressed the beef in recent years and keeps... That's not enough to stop somebody from doing the Super Bowl. Honestly, it's not. But what is Diddy being upset that 50 Cent would be performing at a venue that Diddy could never dream of. There would never be a space or opportunity unless they pulled out a hologram of Biggie to conduct the Super Bowl. Would Jay-Z be on that? I'm sorry. Would Diddy be on that stage? So in my eyes, and that's just from my viewpoint, I think that Diddy played a bigger part in blocking or attempting to block it.
Was banned, saying Eminem wouldn't do it without me. 50 and Jay-Z had rivalry since 50's 1999 track How to Rob. And while they collaborated on I Get Money remix, 50, you know he can't stand Diddy. Jay-Z and Diddy have done business together. Jay-Z said, quote in an interview, "I've never met anybody more talented than Diddy. They had every party
What
together.
was Diddy talented at?
Money together. They best friends. 50 was out the group. He was a threat to both of them. But he played it cool because he knew these niggas had bodies. So now that it's safe, and you would think with them being best friends, Jay-Z would have said something in defense of his best friend. Yo, man, he ain't do that shit. Something. But no, this nigga got quiet and started touring with his wife. All them years he had been cheating on Beyonce. Now he with Beyonce everywhere she go. She in the bathroom with Beyonce. Walking to the bathroom, he bumping into the bitch. Oh, where you going? Where we going? And 50 is just warming up. You know, he's producing a documentary on Diddy and Jay-Z. Okay? Nobody has said a goddamn thing. Like, why would you even stop having your parties because Diddy can't come? Because they were funded together. Like,
not stealing from artists.
Together. Now, here's where it gets thick. So y'all know the Kim Porter shit has been leaking. But nobody, I think Radar Online has a couple pages. I have pages, I have pictures and stuff. So I'm gonna read like 2 pages to y'all real quick. The sources are going to do tell-offs with me. These are 2 exclusive pages from the beginning of Kim Porter's, and we're gonna say.
Now that was news to me. I did know that they were shopping around the memoir, the 40 pages. I will be honest with you guys. When I hear that there's a Kim Porter memoir and that they're shopping around, I don't understand why any of them would give all 40 pages to a blogger who could easily just publish it. So I do think that there is some iffy parts to that, but you know, I'm saying allegedly, and I'm just giving you guys what's out there. Unless there's more than 40 pages.
With me. These are 2 exclusive pages from the beginning of Kim Porter's, and we're going to say alleged book. Here's Kim's words, allegedly. Soon after high school, I started landing modeling jobs. I couldn't believe it. It was all happening so fast. I met my husband, father of my oldest child, and one of my oldest friends in life, I'll be sure. It was a whirlwind romance. I was only 19 when we married, and no, it didn't work out. Al is still one of my best friends to this day. Our son Quincy is such a talented and wonderful young man. At that time, I had no idea my relationship with Al was going to introduce me to the man that I would spend the better part of my adult life with, a man who I love and cherish, but eventually would fear and hate. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I will say, although I knew what was going on, I turned a blind eye many times. Here, I have to tell the truth, unfortunately, because deep down I knew everything that was happening, but I lied to myself a lot. He was so charming, a wolf in sheep's clothing, a devil, and I fell for it. This story must be told.
We got like over 3,300 in the chat. We don't even have 1,000 likes. Definitely hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We're actually really close now to 180,000 subscribers, and I appreciate each and every one of you.
All I can do as he helped me up was nod, and I understood through my streaming tears, which he wiped. He looked towards Quincy's room. Let me say goodnight. No, Sean, please. He thinking quickly. He has.
What is going on? Oh.
Has to get up in the morning. Sean looked at me with an undeniable look. He was studying me. Okay, I'm gonna go. Nervously, I walked him to the front door. This is over. Thank God. He kissed me. I didn't want him touching me, but I couldn't refuse. Kiss Quincy for me. I tried to keep my composure as I replied, sure, Sean. He opened the door to leave. The bodyguard was waiting outside, escorted him to the car. This was far worse than I realized. Why would he need a bodyguard at my front door? How was he anticipating this to go? After I shut the door, I had another drink. For tonight, the nightmare was over. I sipped my wine and cried. The next few days, he sent dozens of flowers. He brought Quincy expensive toys. He didn't want me. He wanted me to keep his secret. I'm trapped. He has the authorities under his thumb. I can't go to them. This is like a gangster movie. How high does his power go up? How far is his reach? The FBI, the CIA, who is not corrupted or won't get silenced by their upper chain of command. Can anyone help me and my child? He found his way back to my bed. I had no choice. Okay? Exclusive. So these are two excerpts from her book. And here's what's also in the book, according to the sources. This is why 50 is not giving a fuck right now. Allegedly.
Now, y'all, this is Tasha K. The thoughts and opinions of Tasha K and or her sources are not necessarily those of the Make It Make Sense or Make It Make Sense brand. FYI, allegedly. Because if Tasha ain't got it, I definitely don't got it. If Tasha ain't got it, I definitely don't got it. Allegedly.
I ain't got it.
It's about to take a turn.
Porter wrote on this hard drive. Kim wrote about a gay interaction between Jay-Z and Diddy. Alleged. She also wrote about a gay interaction between Jamie Foxx and Diddy. Not only did she write about a gay interaction between Jamie and Diddy, but she also told Jamie about the book and confided into Jamie. Jamie was compromised, though, because I don't understand why she would confide into him if he was having alleged gay sex with Diddy. When he says that he took a pill, an Advil, and woke up and didn't remember shit, the sources believe that Diddy had something to do with it. Jamie is scared, but he knew about the book as well, too, because Kim confided in him. Also, it's just so demonic. I hate even talking about shit like this, but it's so demonic. Of course, Diddy and Clive Davis, Diddy and Usher, but all of this was in her book, even to the point where she overheard a conversation with Diddy and Jimmy Henchman, And she walks in and she's not supposed to hear this when he says, I want Tupac dead. Tupac is not supposed to leave that studio alive. He tells Jimmy Henchman. She passes him. But the reason 50 is starting to unwind all of this shit and why he's so fucking mad, because he feels that Jay-Z has had too much protection for too long, has tried to block him, block his bags when he was in cahoots with his alleged boyfriend Diddy. And that's why he ain't saying shit.
Now, that was a whole lot. I'm not going to lie. The Jamie Foxx part of this is hard to believe. We all know that Jamie Foxx did start his career throwing parties. Jamie Foxx was a hustler and definitely did what he had to do to get in the right circles, but he was also extremely talented. And once he was in those circles, he took off. People have said a lot of things about Jamie Foxx, but to my knowledge, I've never heard anything about any type of sexual relationship with Jamie Foxx and Diddy. I just know that Diddy was throwing parties, or he was throwing parties for Diddy, getting the women to show up. I think he was there in the 90s. I don't know what to believe at this point.
Like I said, they have to. It's like, not that anything is wrong with being gay, but like at the level in which they do the shit. Because I tell you, in order to appease men and women, you have to tap into your both feminine and masculine energy. You have to do that. And a lot of these entertainers, when they used to go train up under Diddy, would be trained by him to appeal sexually to the masses so that people would desire them. And I'm telling you, these two have been kicking rocks and shit.
Now, I do think that is very strange. Now, I'm not a doctor, but when Jamie got sick or ill or whatever he was, I was thinking maybe like an aneurysm or maybe a stroke. When he said he just took like an Advil and then all of a sudden he was out for months, couldn't walk, couldn't talk. We have all of these mysterious unalivings, people who were, fine, all of a sudden taking their own life. I think we're up to like maybe 36 weird or strange situations where people are no longer with us in and around Diddy. It's just something to look into. I'm not saying that this man is responsible for all of these people not being with us, but there does seem to be a common denominator. Dawn, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Oh, we did that one. Harvey Girl, hey, thanks for being a member for 4 months. Lovejoy said, I think you're onto something, Mims. This seems so random. Nelly should have had his behind at home, LOL. Well, at least he wasn't at the casino with one of his exes, like Offset. At least he was just at the casino living it up. Now, I don't know if he was spending Ashanti's money. But he was at the casino. He was spending his own money. Lovely gal, thank you so much for the super sticker. Cassandra, I'm Cassandra Floyd. Oh, thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Harvey Girl, thank you so much for the super sticker. Latoya, thank you for the super sticker. Grown Woman Don't Try Me says, Mims, you have a troll in your chat saying you've been hacked. I believe, it is what it is. Did the troll like the video on their way in? HFG, thank you so much for the super sticker. And what does that sign mean? Is that like a heart association emblem? TS, thank you so much for becoming a member. Zaboni, thank you so much for becoming a member. And Care Bear, keep up the good work, Mims. Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely do. Shakir Stewart, who dated Kim mysteriously, right. Well, Shakir mysteriously, took his own life. I did hear about the naked basketball parties, but I thought the naked basketball parties were no, it wasn't naked. It was Prince. Believe it or not, Prince was really good at basketball, and Prince had a basketball court in his house, and Prince used to throw parties. And I remember Charlie Murphy telling the story of Prince whipping their asses on their basketball court. But yes, I have seen the viral videos where they said that there was naked basketball parties. I have. But I haven't heard anything concrete, and none of my sources have told me anything specifically. But in terms of Tasha K getting this, do I believe that somebody is going around with an alleged memoir of Kim? Yes. Tasha K has a very big audience. I could see them giving her a couple pages, Radar Line a couple pages. They should probably throw a couple pages Tisa's way and a few pages my way. Go ahead and do that, people shopping the memoir. Anyway, guys, I told you it was going to be kind of weird. I am, like I said, still going into there. To me, there is something almost demonic about is it a soul tie? I've been doing my research. There is something there, and we all know what Diddy had to say. I mean, what 50 Cent had to say about Diddy. This is the funny stuff, but I really do think that when his good best friend manager, I think it was Chris Lighty. Let's see. Yes, when Chris Lighty mysteriously, he's no longer with us under mysterious circumstances, and we found out that Diddy had also slept with Chris Lighty's new wife. Another weird situation of somebody in Diddy's orbit where he is sleeping with their significant other. I don't think 50 ever forgot that. But, of course, he said it was the shopping thing. That was, like I said, that was the funny part. But in all honesty, there's something deeper there. He don't have a heart on for Diddy. Sorry, poor choice of words. He does not have it out for Diddy just on some simple, he tried to take me shopping stuff. I really think it has something to do with Chris Lighty and the mysterious circumstances involving why Chris Lighty is no longer living. And the fact that Diddy had also slept with Chris Lighty's wife, his new wife. You don't go around just laying it low and spreading it wide with all of these people in your orbit. There is something sinister about that. And I am doing, it was no sound? Oh, okay, hold on. I'll do it again. It's probably best that there was no sound because he curses everything. I'm not going to replay that. They're probably not going to monetize this one anyway. Come get this commentary. Oh, thank you for being a member. Y'all, come get this commentary on her Insta is one of the places that I get my clips from. So shout out to her. And Sassy Girl, thank you so much for being a member for 6 months. I appreciate you. But guys, I got to head out. I don't know. I've gotten a lot of people who want me to give some insight into Fox Soul. I'm debating. I talked to the members about it today. There are some things that I know on all sides of it that could shed some light, maybe, bridge some gaps, but I don't know if I want to tackle that. So y'all will know by tomorrow if I am going to do that, but y'all have a good night. Be safe. Stay away from Diddy. Bye, y'all.